The Arab Spring has dramatically altered the political landscape across the Middle East, unseating regimes from Tunisia to Egypt and unleashing social upheaval which continues today. The future of the region is not only crucial for Israel but also its European allies. Today, JN1 speaks to Israel's ambassador to Italy, Naor Gilon, about the key issues and relations between Israel and Rome. How has the recent post-Arab Spring rise of Islamist regimes in the Middle East impacted on international perceptions of Israel's place in the Middle East balance of power?
I think that the real lesson that should be learned is that Israel is really the island of stability in the Middle East. Unfortunately, not everyone saw that. Another lesson that should have been understood is probably that as many people are under the impression that the Palestinian issue is the core issue, destabilizing element of the Middle East. But now we see uprisings that are not connected in any way to Israel.
Many commentators believe that Israel is currently losing the global information war for hearts and minds. What can be done to improve international perceptions of Israel?
Unfortunately, most of the problems that Israel has are connected to lack of information. We have a Facebook of the embassy, for example. On our Facebook, we are not writing about the peace process. We are writing about innovation in Israel, science, culture. So we are touching all the food, all the elements of life that are the normal ones.
International organisations and individual artists are often subjected to pressure from anti-Israeli groups when they seek to visit Israel. What would be your message to anyone subjected to this kind of boycott pressure?
We are very open for dialogue. The idea is come to Israel, have a performance if it's an artist, then speak to the public, speak to the people. You will hear a variety of opinions. There is no one opinion. And this is, I think, dialogue is very important.
Italian politics is notoriously unstable with frequent changes of government. What kind of pressure does this put on efforts to maintain strong bilateral relations between Israel and Italy?
It's a little bit more challenging because if in my term here in 2 years, I already had the chance to work with two prime ministers for short terms, both of them. Challenging because every time a new prime minister is coming, there is a new administration coming with it, new ministers, the whole system is changing.
How concerned are you about the rise of anti-Semitism here in Italy as Eurozone austerity measures hit home?
Every time going gets tough, you see more and more extremism. It's anti-Semitism, anti-minority. We see that in Greece, we see that in Hungary, we see it in different countries. Also in Italy, you see a little bit more, but I would say that here there is strong awareness of the government and they are trying to monitor and to speak against any phenomena of anti-Semitism.
While there have been plenty of political changes in Italy in the last couple of years, relations between Jerusalem and Rome remain strong, and both Israel and Italy are committed to building closer political ties across the Mediterranean in the future. For JN1, this is Josephine McKenna in Rome.